Hey guys, welcome to the Retro Gaming Junction. This is Camilio, and we're back with some Planescape Torment. So last time I said I would find out what happened to the candlestick. I know what happened to the candlestick. What happened to the candlestick is when I went to Farad during my adventures, just before going like to the first time inside. Anyway, I think it's the first time I talked to Farah. No. It's when I came back to. Maybe it's the first. Anyway. Long story short, he gave me some stuff. And because of how the game is made, and I hate that. And I don't remember that being the case in the original, so I don't know. But what happens when some guy gives you an item and your inventory is full, instead of dropping the item they gave you on the ground, you get that item. But the game will choose an item from your inventory and drop it on the ground. And the candlestick is actually part of an unfinished quest. But this is patched with unfinished business, so it was a quest. It's a functional quest. I can even reload here.
I feel stronger.
Yo, Odif. So I tried to go back, but the candlestick was laying there for 5 days or something like that. It was day 20, and now we're day 24 or 25. It's too late now. Even like a day after, it disappeared very quickly. It feels like it was 24 hours and the thing was just gone. And that's a quest item. And then by searching, we have it here because I reloaded just before I dropped it. And then she pointed it to me, and she pointed somewhere else than people were saying online. It was in the crypt. And it's this, I can show you. So this, I won't be able to do this. It's unfortunate because there's a lot of good XP here.
The Karok thing's true. The Karok. Damn.
Good XP and good items. These are 600 XP each, I think. 650 each.
Right.
And you get a magic punch dagger and a bunch of stuff. Plus a gold earring that you need to bring back.
Princess Valley.
So that's what we're missing essentially.
I'm gone.
And then you go back by doing that. But since it's been way too long since that happened, we're not doing that anymore. Where are we? Okay. So it'll be annoying because in the journal, this quest here will always be there. But since, like, normally, like me from a couple of years ago, before I started streaming, I would have reloaded and done it again. And even this, when I got this quest, I would have reloaded just to not have the quest in my quest book.
I'm gone.
Okay, so take a message to find them. Yes. I have a message. Then we'll enter, but... Oh, wait. Before going there...
All right.
Before going there... The tower here. Suppress any desire to enter the tower. Coax metal. You see an iron creature. Its size is staggering. Lower the volume a bit here. Its size is staggering. If it stood full height, it would shadow the roof of the siege tower. Thundering echoes rattle the walkway as the creature hammers away on its forge, and the smell of soot and ash fills the air. Greetings.
Updated my journal.
There is a screaming of metal on metal as the giant turns to face you. You suddenly realize the golem is built into the siege tower itself. Girders, pipes, and huge bracers run through its lower torso and into the walls and the bottom portion of its body, except for the forge itself. What are you? I am iron given purpose. What purpose? I forge the implements by which the multiverse will be unmade. You mean forging weapons? That's your purpose? Metal is like flesh, both carry potential in their veins. When tempered with heat and pressure, the potential surfaces. My purpose is to bring forth the potential, allow it expression. Who do you make these weapons for? I forge them for the sake of entropy. They are pain-seeking expression. What does entropy need weapons for? Beyond the tower, order rallies its legions. The multiverse heals its wounds. In time, its strength may equal entropy. The multiverse is your enemy. Why?
Updated my journal.
The multiverse breeds. It grows. It stagnates. It forges its chains around the planes link by link. In time, even entropy may be chained. And you're opposed to chaining entropy. When a thing seals itself against its own destruction, it merely dies a different path. So you're saying immortality is just a different kind of death. What makes that death any worse than others? Truth. Except the death you seem to offer is violent and senseless, without meaning. True enough, so what made you take up entropy's cause? So you're saying immortality is just a different kind of death? Immortality is only a word. All that exists can die. You're saying you could forge a weapon to kill an immortal. Every living thing has a weapon against which it has no defense. Time, disease, iron, guilt. How do you know what weapon to use? One must know the enemy to forge such a weapon. And how do I do that? Start with a fragment of the enemy. A drop of blood, a crystallized thought, one of its hopes. All of these things tell the way it can die. What if your enemy strikes from a distance, from shadows, and never shows himself? Then that is a fragment of the enemy you must use. How? The actions of your enemy have told you much. The enemy does not wish to engage you directly. That is a weakness. Or, for some reason, it cannot engage me directly. That is an equal possibility. Either possibility reveals weakness. How do I exploit that? The actions of your enemy have told you it does not wish to engage you directly. That is a weakness. So I'm talking about the shadows. The shadows want to destroy me, but they can't. How do I exploit that?
Updated my journal.
If the enemy does not wish to confront you directly, deny its wish. Take the battle to the enemy. And if the reason it can't attack me directly is because it has no choice.
Updated my journal.
If it is not allowed to confront you directly, find a reason. The reason will reveal a weakness. You said immortality was just a word. That all that lives can die. Can it make a weapon that could kill me? Yes. How? I would need a drop of your blood. Very well. The tool of your destruction has been forged and educated is not enough. What do you mean?
Updated my journal.
The magic that keep your heart beating and mend your flesh are strong. You must sink the blade into your body only within a shell where you are cut off from the planes. Why? The reason is not known to me, yet both the weapon and the place are necessary for your destruction. Where would I find such a shell that separated me from the planes? That is not known to me. What is this place? This tower is a siege engine. It exists to breach the walls between planes. Breach planes how?
Updated my journal.
The tower anchors itself upon a plane. A wound is torn on the multiverse. When the bridge of the tower opens, the legions may pass from one plane to other. Through the tower, when the plane has served entropy's purpose, the tower anchors itself again. What happened to the legions that have used the tower? Entropy has unmade them. So what happened to the planes that Siege Tower invaded? Entropy has made them. What are you doing? Why do you make weapons? The iron in my body once existed only as minor expressions of pain. Blades, spears, axe, arrowheads, rivets, and catapults. From these implements of war was I wrought. What happened? These minor expressions of pain were melted to forge this body. My potential was allowed to surface. Now my potential is to bring out the potential in other metals. Can you do anything with my weapons?
Bullshit.
Hey, Kill Sigil. Show me what you have brought. I will study its potential and see if its pain can be given expression. Very well. What about the things I have in my hands right now? So ideally, you want to liberate this inventory as much as possible. Because you can easily lose stuff. How's the game going? Pretty good, pretty good. There you go. It's an amazing game. If you don't like reading, if you don't like dialogue or descriptions, you won't like it. That's for sure. If you like this, I would recommend Disco Elysium. If you played Disco Elysium, this is a game that might be up your alley. They are different, but the same. But what about the... Anyway, you can't do anything with these weapons. What about these things?
Hey!
This. The Karak blade is tied to me. Neither may exist without the other.
Eh. I can use this. I'll check it out later. Have you heard of a night hag named Ravel? The night hag sought to sunder the city. Her greatest works were those of unmaking. She walked the path of entropy. Do you know what happened to her?
Updated my journal.
Order set chains about her. She was cast within a cage. Do you know where this cage is? Her prison is unknown. To me.
Alright.
Yeah, so this guy, he made a weapon for us, but he can upgrade some of our weapons, something like that. It's unclear. Okay, we can use this. What happens? The strange blade is an ugly looking weapon, shaped so that it resembles one of the symbols on your left arm. Black veins worn their way across the surface of the metal, and the edge looks so dull. Couldn't even cut warm butter. It feels nicely warm to the touch. 2-3 piercing. Very fast, +1 enchanted. I'm using this. 1-6 piercing, +1. It's marginally better. What about these things? 2-5. 1/4. Edged. Edged. No, not edge. Piercing damage. This is piercing. Piercing. It's all piercing. I usually just have this in my inventory just because, well, put this here, I guess. Just because it doesn't take space here. And I like collecting stuff.
I'm gone.
Okay, journal. We'll take the message to Foundry. I'm not doing this. I don't know what this is. Upper ward. Okay, probably live in the upper ward. Okay. And this is the main quest.
Done.
Right. We need to set up camp now.
I already paid my taxes. The taker is who? You know, the taxman of the city. Answers. What are you doing? Making my daily wage, working to improve myself, keeping this place clean, making sure the material gets to the smiths when they need it. So your job is basically clean up and grunt work. Why not look at it as a test of smarts and just walk away? I look at my life as a test of stubbornness. Does that really help? Walk away to what? Who's going to hire me? Systems made sure I'm not fit for other kinds of labor except manual because I was born into the hive. Else I'm happy to have made it this far. This can be a better job than this. You can do anything if you put your mind to it. What? And end up looking like a scarred zombie like you? No thanks, I don't know what you've done, but I'm happy how I am, thanks. Slow progression through life. Maybe it up, I'm busy. Who are you? You got a purpose here? Well, yeah. Where's your supervisor? I can be trusted to do it. If you could be trusted to do it, you wouldn't need a supervisor. Farewell. What do you do around here? I sit around with my feet up all day. Look, I don't mean to be rude, but it's fairly obvious that what I'm doing here. I'm forging steelwork. If I don't get back to it soon, I'll have to start over. The Godsman. The smith stops working and looks at you as if measuring you. Godsman is a basher who believes that we can all be gods, even you. Don't matter if it's good or for ill. We all go through existence, learning how to evolve ourselves into ever more perfect forms. Another definition of Godsman is someone who starts to get peery, of people who ask him questions that really should know the answer to. So what you're saying is, well, we've got tests to overcome and we became greater because of it. So what you're saying is that you're not the best person to talk to about this. Okay. What's behind those guarded doors? I'm afraid it's a secret, sir. Even for valued faction members. Unless you're involved in the project itself, or unless you receive authorization from one of the higher-ups, who can't allow you in. Where to find the clerk's office? Just south of the main foundry. Where can I find the higher ups? Either Sandas or Keldor should be able to aid you in this matter. Keldor's in the main meeting hall, just through the door on the right side of the main foundry. Sandas can usually be found in rooms to the rear of the hall. See a slab-stomached man with thick arms and a scraggly beard. He smells as if he hasn't washed in ages. His breath doesn't do much for your breakfast. He's in the process of ordering around subordinates as you approach him, and he deals a quick cuff to the ear of one of them. He turns to face you, itching up his belt. What you want? Who are you? Bill Dunn Gray, supervisor for this yard. My job it is to make sure my laborers get their jobs done, and to make sure people like you don't distract them. They work little enough, as it is, little sods, and they manage to lose the rest of the day in idleness as if I weren't there. As if I weren't here. I'm tough but unfair, ask anyone. Why do they call you the Grey? Because I'm covered in soot most of the time from these blasted furnace. It's a nickname my laborers have given me, out of affection, no doubt. Sarcastic, no doubt. They really seem to respect your gentle soul. Serious, no doubt. Sure, that must be it. What's that supposed to mean? It means that I'm agreeing with you. Well, good. The multiverse would be a better place if everyone did. Agree with you? And you're the one I need to talk to about getting some iron ore for the forge. Do I need that? Gain an item. You want to be a smith, eh? Can't say the fire do much to skin like that. Take it, then. And don't get in the way of my workers. Good day, sir.
I don't trust the Gith. I say we leave him behind.
Need to use the force. Give me some ore. Just give me more ore. Okay. I guess that's not a big deal. You see a short woman with slight horns on her forehead and ears that curve sharply back on her skull. She smells faintly of sulfur, even over the reek of the foundry's fires. Greetings, what can I do for you? I'm looking for the way out. I'm looking for the pickup office. I'd like a tour. Who are you? What's going on here? What exactly? The Godsman stand for. I'd like a tour. Who are you? I'm Elisa Teed, supervisor for this area. This area being the main foundry area of the Great Foundry, where much of our current public work takes place. The foundry is larger than this, of course, but we have a large contract we're working on, and we've been sworn to secrecy, so most of the work area is off limit. My apologies. Ridiculous. Farewell. Questions? What's going on here? We've taken a huge and very, very secret contract. One that is taking up practically all our resources. We'll maintain a smaller operation for the day-to-day items to order contracts. What the Godsmen stand for? This is both the communal and individual faction. They are a variation of the team depending on whom one speaks with, but the basic gist of it is that life, nay all existence itself, is a test of sorts. All things that arise test us, and how we react determines how we might move closer to the true understanding of everything. We seek the truth behind the multiverse, and it's apparent to us that ours is the right way. How do I join? Go speak to Keldor or Durian. Where can I get those items to work the forge? You can find them lying around, and you'll have to buy them for the clerk. I'd like a tour. Ordinarily, there's nothing I'd like better. Sadly, right now, we're a little busy. Come back in a year or so. What's going on? We're taking a huge secret order. I need to use the forge. Certainly, just make sure you have the proper items. Protection from the flames, tongs, armor, and of course, ore. I have ore. Protection from the flames, I'm not sure what that means. I don't have tongues. I may have an armor. Where would I get those items? Can't find them lying around, and you'll have to buy them. I have to get in that guarded room back there. I'd love to help you, but only a real eye-ups can authorize that. I'm looking for the way out. The secret. It's a secret. Okay, but I must be able to go somewhere. Oh. It says it's a secret, but I can just go there. What the fuck are you talking about? Are you really guarded? Sarosa. You see a young woman. As you approach her, her eyes stare directly into yours. You get the uncomfortable feeling that she's not just examining your eye color. Her gaze seems to penetrate far deeper than that. Greetings, stranger. How goes your day? I would like you to answer some questions. Why do you call me Half-Man?
Updated my journal.
I call you Half-Man because I cannot see your spirit. All other mortals who pass through my life show their spirit to me as a shining spark or a smoldering ember. You show nothing at all. I call you Half-Man because I cannot see your spirit as I see those of others. Whether this is because you have no soul or because you have transcended, I cannot say. One way or another, you are but half a man. What the other half is, I cannot say. Who are you? I am Sarosa, daughter of Sandos, one of the factors of the Godsmen. Your family. My brother, Saros, is a child of the Foundry, yet I fear he has never embraced the philosophy of the beliefs of the Source. My father is a factor here, and his travels have led him far from the Foundry, into realms most mortal never even dreamed of achieving. Tell me of your brother. Sarosa is a brash, impulsive lad, easily given over to his manhood. He is eager to prove himself equal of anything on the plains. Full of the aggression of youth, I believe he feels himself more sensate than Godsman, further vindicating my belief that the sensates are the most immature of all the faction of Sigil. Why are they the most immature? Why are they the most immature? Because, like children, they do not understand that there is more beyond the world of the senses, beyond what one can see, hear, taste, touch, smell. Look around you. You are in the outer planes. This is belief made solid, but that does not mean this seemingly rough matter can be comprehended by the senses. This is belief. No mere physicality can match it. You see a severe woman with flaming red hair pulled back tight, giving her face a stretched, nervous look. She appears to be deep in thought, As you approach, she glances up and says, "Can I help you with something? I have questions. Tell me about the Great Foundry." You can ask almost anyone else here about the Foundry. Tell me about the projects. No, I don't think so. Not yet, anyway. Let's just say it's powerful and it'll be worth the effort when we put into it. Tell me of some of the other people here. Well, you've got the brilliant but eccentric Neil Xander, the Gitzerai outcast woman, Calera, Tildan the Grey, whose heart is much less ambiguous than his name, Keldor the Factor, Sandas the Factor, the two children of Sandas, Supervisor Smiths, and a host of others. They all pass me by at any point, at one point or another, and frankly, I haven't made that much of an effort to get to know them. They work for me, or they don't, and that's about as much as I care, I'm afraid. Who are you? My name is Bedaylin. I'm a magical engineer. Not a mage, mind you, but the theoreticians. And I'm going to make sure the godsmen don't get a chance to use that weapon or contract for other such weapons of war again.
I'm gone. All right.
Right.
Done.
We need to set up Kip now.
She wants to sleep. They all want to sleep for a while now.
Done.
We'll sleep as soon as we can. There's nothing here.
I'm gone.
This is where we end up. Oh. You see a sandy-haired youth. He's on the cusp between adolescence and adulthood. And from his eyes, looks like he's trying to be as adult as possible without having the slightest idea how. In other words, he seems innocent. Hey stranger, what can I do for you? Questions? Yourself. Me, I'm Saros. I grew up around here, got to run through the foundry, playing with stuff. I like pretty much everyone here except for Tildan. He keeps saying I'm not raised right and my father is a poor parent. All I know is that Tildan's the biggest sod I ever met. The Great Foundry. I grew up here. I played in the main foundry and ran through the barracks. It stinks and it's loud and people can be like Tildan. Tell me of the people. They need to liven themselves up a bit, like, say, the sensates. The sensates, huh? Yeah, they know how to live life. They know what it's all about. Not like these people. They keep pretending there's some big noble purpose to it all. But I don't see it. My sister says that life is more than our senses show. But I don't see how she knows that, since all she knows is through her senses. I just don't get why people make this stuff up. Who's your sister? Sarosa. She can just look at someone and see what needs adding, what needs taking away. I don't know how she does it. My father
Updated
always...
my journal.
Hey, by the way, you triggered the updated my journal by typing updated. Sarosa, she can just look at someone and see what needs adding and what needs taking away. I don't know how she does it. My father always said it was something about her ascending to another level. He said she was a born godsman. Interesting. Questions? Yeah, that's it. Keldor. To Mr. Keldor. You see a sturdy man who looks like he's just bursting with vitality. His face is tanned and lined. His black beard is beginning to show hints of white. We're looking for Ravel. Hail, stranger, and well met. What can I do for you this fine day? Well, I mean, this is stream 11 or something like that. So, yeah. I have a message for you from Gitzper the auctioneer. Let's ask question before giving him the message. Who are you? My friend, I'm Keldor of Durian, one of the factotums of the Godsmen, and nominally in charge of this place, while our true eye-ups are gone in conclave. What can you tell me about this place? It is a great foundry owned by the believers of the Source, also known as the Godsmen. Here we make items that ship all over the plains. We're renowned in many worlds. Only the best work here. It's said that we've got a staff of smith that rival those in Mount Clagadin itself. Personally, I don't think we're that good, but we are close. Can you take additional work? Sadly, we cannot. We're engaged on a long-term contract. Secret contract. Tell me about your faction. How do I join? First, you have to renounce your Dustman membership. I renounce them. What do I do now? Answer some questions about your faction, will you? What are the beliefs of this faction? We believe that the universe is a giant testing ground, a place where we prove ourselves through a series of tests. These tests continue throughout your life, throughout your many lives. Each step in each day may well be a test for you, and your reward in the next life depends on how well you learn your lessons in this life. We believe that a body learns from experience, and that experience extends through your lives, making you into something greater than just a single life. So what's the point of it all? We're not entirely sure. After all, we haven't gotten to the end of it yet, have we? The best we can figure is that we muddle through our lives seeking to find the answers that are right for us, and in the end we move on to godhood and beyond. What waits there is anybody's guess. Keep going. So life is a test. We take the test. When we pass, we move on to a new life form. To a new form. This might be the form of an Archon, or a Fiend, or of a power. The choices we make in this life, as always, help chart our course. Whether we have free will or not, still under debate. He smiles. Of course, I'm on the side of the free will people. I hate thinking that my choices have already been made for me. The faction's history. It's commonly believed that we are founded by appearing before the Great Upheaval, when all the factions became 15 in number. During the upheaval, Augie of Fonel tightened the faction's beliefs into what they are today. She had been reincarnated 1,000 times and could remember each one of her reincarnations. She taught us how to treat our intuition and led us to a new era. These two were the most important figures in our faction. We have plenty more stories. Those are the bare bones. What do I get for being in the faction? Well, aside from access to our excellent foundry, room and board for you and your friends, special items and spells, and a more favorable reaction from most folks you'll meet, on the street. There's not much to recommend us. Of course, if you're planning on being with us merely for the benefits, I'd have to counsel against it. Who are the faction's enemies? We don't have enemies per se. Still, there are some who oppose our beliefs. The bleak cabal scoff at the idea that we evolve towards something more perfect. I figure that if they don't think that there's a point, they might as well get it over with, like the Dustmen ought to. The Dustmen think that life is an illusion, preparing for the big death, and our belief champions the cause of life. They promote death, we celebrate life. What could be more opposed? We run the Great Foundry. We also run Arbinger House, where we train folks who seem to be powers in training. Bashers who've demonstrated some sort of special ability that sets them apart from normal mortal. Some say we do it because we want the power on our side. But the truth is, we do it because we figure that's part of our tests as well. We do our best to make sure every creature faces up to its responsibilities. We want to see the multiverse move on. Our real name is the Believers of the Source, because we believe all life springs from a pure, primal source. But because we believe that all creatures have the potential for godliness within them, it's only natural that our nickname would be the Godsman. I definitely don't like the term Godsman. I like to see the secret project. Until you prove yourself a friend of the Godsman. I have a message. And I'll see if I can. Maybe I can join them. I could be joining them. Very well. You can tell him the message is delivered. Was there anything else? Oh. That didn't even give us XP. That was basically so we could get into this place. I renounce them. If you wish to join the Believers of the Source, you must complete 3 quests. The first quest is this. You must go to the forge, create an item. This will show that you are capable of seeing the possibilities inherent in even a base lump of iron. That you are capable of bringing forward something that will stand the test of time. It measures your vision and your ability to make the potential actual. Talk to Alyssa, the supervisor in the main foundry.
Updated my journal.
What about the 2 other quests? Okay, so now I'm not anything anymore. I don't know, it will give us some XP. I don't see any reasons for now. You see a bushy-haired man clad in the height of fashion, if you consider fashion to have died 50 years ago. His clothing seems to consist of tattered street urchin rags, and he seems to affect a disdain manner toward those around him. Well, that might be his actual manner. Doesn't even glance at you until you speak to him. And then his eyes begin searching for your face carefully. Do you want something? Who are you? I'm Nil Xander, great-grandson of the artificer Zero Xander, engineer, dreamer, creator, and I have finished his work. The work that you commissioned. The Dream Builder. Are you ready to claim the use of it now? A dream builder, what's that? It is both machine and ritual. It is a state of mind and a construct of steam and blood. It grants dreams to those who enters its confines. It was built for you, and it's waiting for you. Are you ready to finish it off? It's been waiting for you for decades. How do you know it was built for me? Yes. Because my great-grandfather, Xenozander, set your face in stone so that we would know you when you returned for the work you commissioned. You always thought you'd return, but no one else truly believed you would. Our family completed it because we said we would, and now here you are. Do you still have this stone? No, it was stolen from me a year ago. I saw only a shadow flitting away. It was the only item taken from my own. I have no idea who would take it, but I memorized the features. Alright, let's finish the Dream Builder. Some question first. Godsman. He sighs and collects himself. That's a long subject. Let's get started on it. Now all creatures want something, don't they? They create, they build, they tear down, they dream, they fight, they fornicate. They do all these things because they want something beyond what they have, even on the basest level of existence. Every iota strives to be something greater. Some achieve this, some fall by the wayside. Go on. Every decision, every action, every reaction, these all create a base on which something else builds. Seems obvious. Then that our current exalted state of being is building a base for ourselves for something greater. What is that if not godhood? That's the way I've always justified it. And frankly, I ain't in the mood for a philosophical discussion. You want that? Find a faction or something. Find a factor or something. Where can I find a factor? Factor Kildor's right up there on the days. Talk to him. Are you done pestering? Yes. Tell me of your co-workers. Bah, they do not possess a true fire. They speak of creation and they boast of their potentials, but they do not create anything beyond the mundane. Their imaginations are poor, limited, obsessed with the small details. A true dreamer, I say, creates a grand scheme and then concentrates on the details. Starting with details is for the ends of the imagination. A small insect will aspire only to be fed. What do? I'm the engineer of all engineers. I studied under the Tanari smith Kazan, who tempered words on the forge of hate, quenched them in a draught of despair, and sent them forth to slaughter stupidity. Elements of phrases, caustic words were brought to him, and he created weapons of terrifying magnitudes, weapons that would lay an enemy low and destroy the malformed ideas of others. I'm sure you've seen his work. So you create evil weapons here? Not all.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Hey, Rez. Not at all. My forge is not built on hate, but on understanding. I have also studied under the Archon artisan Terra Saphira, who created the healing touch of a gentle thought. Ideas that would still any fiendish spitting heart. He worked his will with love and devotion. My work blends theirs, as all mortal psyches blend elements of the demonic and the sublime. I need to refresh. Refreshing. Are your coworkers are well trained as you? But they do not possess a true fire. They speak of creation, and they boast of their potentials. But they do not create anything beyond the mundane. Yeah. So what happens if I do this? Let's finish it. What I need to begin the final stage of the Dream Builder is a piece of your skin immersed in your blood. So the machine can familiarize itself with your physical essence. Must be in a blue-green bottle. That's specific. To symbolize the dream sea on which you will float. I don't know that I want to fetch that for you. Flesh and blood, I've given it enough of that lately. Answer a question first. Just answer me your questions. I'm not interested in your dream builder. Flesh, blood, bottle, right, I'll be back. Okay.
I'm gone.
He's a believer, he's talking about Sandas, but he's moody and all that travel across the multiverse can be good for your head. Either lose perspective or get too much of it. Either way, I ain't good. I'm hoping he'll make it back.
All right. All right.
These doors were actually locked.
All right.
Right. We need to set up Kip
All
now.
right.
Where do I go buy the hammers and stuff like that? An item for maybe. It's an office with a desk. Should be sitting right behind it. I actually don't know what she's talking about. And the clerks. A tour would be nice. Oh, this is the clerks. Have I seen you before? You seem familiar somehow. It's possible. I never forget a face. It'll come to me. It's important to me. Do you remember where? Not so fast. Takes a while for the mind to warm up to a task like this. Don't forget it. I'm here to pick up an item. Who you are? Pick up an item. No. I don't have a receipt. Who are you? Some gear for the forge. You need an apron, 10 copper, some tongs, another 10, and the hammer, which will be 20. It comes with 50 coppers. That comes with 40 copper, old man. I'm sorry, but that sounds more like 40 copper to me. Give me the stuff. I'm actually live right now at this online radio station in France. What? That's cool. So we got what we need, but we can't go there anyway.
Right. We need to set up Kip now.
Anyway, I'm sure I'll have to come back here. I don't have anything to do. Maybe I want to become a godsman, maybe not. We picked up the items. Let's move on.
Right.
Let's go to the upper ward, which I think is the clerk ward. They requested a set. I was like, oh, that's right, can we was friends? No. I'm not friends. I'm friends. I'm the friends country. I'm the country friends. Hello. Hello. Bonjour. Je suis la France. Bienvenue en France. No, I'm not even French like from Europe French. It's a completely separate place on Earth. Me and you, we're on the same continent. This war is usually just owned to a bunch of scribes. But this section's got the Festal in it, so it's a little more lively. Amort says that. Okay. Oh, I should have gone sleep. Whatever. So I dubbed the French nation.
Done.
Yeah, exactly. The French nation. Whatever. Mal manner. This thin, sharp-faced man rushes toward you, calling for your attention. Oh, sir, but a moment of your time. Were you perchance here to visit a tailor? Ignore him, Kibo. The man breaks in. I ask, sir, because I seem to have offended the man. I had commissioned the hot-blooded fool to make me a costume, but he's thrown me out of his shop, and will not speak with me now. So what? The man suddenly balls his fist and shakes them at the sky. What have I done to deserve such treatment? Nothing, I say. I was a patron. It is his duty to serve me. That churlish buffoon. What did you want from me? Oh yes, you. Could I beg of you to enter the place and fetch my costume for me, sir? I have a masquerade to go to, and have not the time to commission another tailor. I'll go get it now. I'll do it for a fee. I'll do it, but not for free. Why don't you go fetch it yourself? Yes, I'll go get it now. Yes, yes, sir, I'll go get it. Why don't you fetch it yourself? He sneers, rolling his eyes. That porcine lout. I somehow offended the puffy, pump-filled jackanapes. He's forbidden me to enter his store, and refuses to have words with me. Imagine. I'll go get it now.
Updated my journal.
Almost excellent. This very building, right here. Thank you, sir. This clean, well-dressed man is clearly on his way somewhere. Greetings. He stops and glances over you. The man seems slightly taken aback at your appearance. Do I know you, sir? No, I have some questions. Something troubling about my appearance? No, sir, not at all. The man laughs nervously. Well, he gestures to your scarred, naked torso. You are perhaps a bit more, shall we say, fierce-looking than the ward's typical inhabitants, no? No offense. None taken. Questions. I really haven't the time, sir. I have somewhere to go. I would mind. Now answer my questions. Just a single question, then? He bites his lips. What do you know of Revel Puzzlewell? He seems confused for a moment, and his eyes light up as if suddenly remembered something. Ah! The Night Hag, yes! I remember tales I heard of her as a child. Child's tales. Yes, she's a myth, no? The hag who tried to break Sigil. He suddenly frowns. I'd really best be going, sir. Farewell. Wait, questions! Farewell. This short, heavy-set, middle-aged man is wearing clothes that seem to be spun of glittering gold. In his hands, he holds a bolt of cloth, strong dot across a wooden frame. He is currently embroidering some pattern into the fabric. Strong dot across. That's a. I'm not English. I'm in French. The man doesn't seem to acknowledge your presence. He continues to work at his embroidery, muttering under his breath. As he sews, shimmering motes of light seem to sparkle and drop from the tip of the needle. Good day, did you hear me? The man does not look up from his work, frowning distastefully as he answers you. Yes, yes, and I'm certain that your need is truly quite urgent. Now, if you could be silent for just a moment, wait quietly. At last he sets down the embroidery and looks up at you. Before you can speak, however, he suddenly picks up another item and sets to work on it. Again, as he works for what looks to be tiny, colored sparks drip from the fabric. Answer my question, tailor, or there's going to be trouble. Wait some more. He finally finishes his work, setting it down to examine you. Greetings, I'm Gunclaves. Now, what was I you were here to see me about? I hope this about garments and the like. I ain't answering anything not concerning myself or the store. I want to pick up a dustman costume. You're in luck, sir. 30 copper coins. I have one, it's just in my stash. And what were those lights you were embroidering? That, nothing, sir, but a bit of the art, which I at times weave into fabric when the fancy strikes me. Those items which I lavish enchantments upon are my most special creations, and are rarely sold. What sort of magical clothes do you have available? Nothing that would fit you. I'd like to see what you have to offer. Jerkin of the Brazen Rogue. Usable only by Anna. Okay, so this is +1 tackle, armor class 4. Armor class 6, but bonuses to stealth. Yeah, I think I prefer this. The +1 tackle. I'll just buy it. Why not? Wow, -4. That's crazy. Oh, these are enchanted +2. I thought they weren't enchanted. I think we'll put this back on there. You can't take it anyway. This is spells. Take it. I prefer this than this.
I'm gone.
Right. We need to set up Kip now.
I'm gone.
This large red armored figure is standing in a place, apparently guarding the stairs behind him. You dimly recall that his ornate armor marks him as an officer of Almonium. Yo, base! Move along. What are you doing here? He points toward the stairs beside him, guarding the stairway. Where does it lead? Under sigil, you may have heard it called. Any reason you're keeping people from entering the place? I'm watching for anything that comes out, sir. Things that don't belong in sigil proper. What sort of things are down there? Don't concern yourself with it. He regards you curiously for a moment. You're considering going down there, aren't you? Well, be most cautious. Rumors around of the worst sorts of creatures living down below. What are you doing here? I need your help. Okay. What is this? Oh, is this like the sewers? Yeah, we'll go here
All right.
later. The young nobleman sneers as you approach him. He makes a point of ignoring you. The smell of alcohol wafts heavily from this young woman, and despite her dark skin, you can see that her face, beautiful but cruel looking, is flushed. She is slender but well-muscled, adorned in exotic jewelry and translucent silk clothing. Numerous scars crisscross her thighs and forearm. They look to be from battle wounds. Well, well, what have we here? Little tiefling, gutter queen, come crawling out of the hive. The woman pouts, talking as one would to a small child. Are you lost, little tiefling? Oh, look, it has a tail, how cute! Anna flushes, and with a snarl, blades sprout from her fists. Now, fiendkin, don't do that. The woman seems unconcerned as Anna draws her weapons and clucks disapprovingly with her tongue. Careful now, or I'll remove that tail of yours and feed it to my dogs. Enough. Apologize to her or I'll be cutting bits of you off. Let Anna handle it. You have a sharp tongue on you, Willas. Anna spits and sharpens her blades against each other. I wonder how sweet your tacky jewels and Arla clothes look on you when you're dead in the street. Anna, wait! That's the only option I had. Not necessarily what I would have said. You filthy spawn of the lower plains. A bitch bastard that not even a Tanari would keep in its span. Sheath that blade, girl, or I'll sheath it in your body. Call for the guards. Let things happen as they will. Sheath that blade, girl. What foul thing gave birth to you, Sirah? She grimaces in disgust, then laughs harshly. And such a stench! Be you one of death's bastards. You notice a curved, long knife hanging at her hip. Her end rests loosely upon its pommel. Want me to stab this barmy shit down? Show no mercy. No more. I'll handle this. Oh, this I've got to I have to see. So tell me, Sirah, is it that you stink like the Ives gutter, or that its gutter stink like you? What is this? What is this bluff? I don't know, is that you? Let's say that. Let's try this. I love your adult ways, Chief. Do you not remember me? I've told you, Adana. I never loved you and I never shall. What old pleasure you might have given me wasn't worth the agony of your presence. Now leave me be. Oh, my apologies. I thought you to be Adana, but you're twice as ugly and smell twice as bad. Do you not remember me? Should we go forward with this or just like... I feel this will go to something maybe worse. Ah, no, like... Call for the guards or fight her? Fight her. No, the best is to do this.
Endure. In enduring, grow strong. I hear your words.
I need to find a place to sell my crap. Sensates. Yeah, the sensate place is an important place to go. That I remember. I might keep it for the end. I'm gonna take a break and I'll be back.
Up aliens on a few levels, but Nova 9 with its deep cleaning attack action reaches way into the cosmos, mopping up alien hordes on 9 different levels and killing the interstellar invaders that cause bad vibes. Plus, clinical studies have shown that Nova 9 fights Gur-Draxon, an early form of total interplanetary tyranny. So brush up on intergalactic adventure. Pick up Nova 9 from Dynamics. Arcade action with real bite. Ask anybody.
Behold the works of Gabriel von Sanchez. His art was ambitious in its scope. His masterpiece was, of course, Dance of the Anarchists. Brilliant. Sanchez then began to play Ultima Exodus, the role-playing video game from FCI. It was a strange turn. Sanchez loved the game, and he spent less and less time in the studio. He was never the same. Consider Man with Dog.
Ultima Exodus for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Once you start playing, nothing else matters.
Finally, in the depths of his greatest humiliation, he is imprisoned in his own stony form. As the ignorant residents of Carandia sleep, their worst nightmare begins. And Malcolm prepares to greet the world again.
We're at the exclusive restaurant Chez Larray, where we've secretly substituted Leisure Suit Larry 5 for the fine coffee these customers usually drink. Can they resist the rich aroma of adventure as Passionate Patty does a little undercover work for the FBI? Just wait till they taste the excitement of Larry's search for the world.
We're back.
All right.
This person turns as you interrupt them, nodding a polite greetings. Apologies, good sir, but I was just in the middle of something. Don't mind, farewell. Leave. This tall, thin man, dressed in heavy crimson robes, has sharp, pinched features. He bows regally as you approach him. I am Salabesh, oft called Salabesh the Onyx, future mage tutor for the Civic Festal. You business with me, I take it? No, just some questions. About what, Not the ward and the like, I hope. Plenty of more common folk could answer such questions, and I'd just as soon direct you to one of them. Why you call the Onyx? A long tale which I had shortened to save my breath. In my youth, I was once called Salabesh the Golden, for was said to have a heart of gold, small, hard, and yellow. Well, I cursed the fool who started that, so that he could only speak from his arse and defecate through his mouth. The Onyx appellation, along the same lines as the Golden, though admittedly somewhat less clever, soon followed. In any case, I'm a much kinder fellow now, far less prone for laying curses and the like. I'm not certain if I deserve the name any longer. You cursed him, so that what? Oh yes, you heard that, you heard right. Salabesh sighs happily and chuckles to himself. That sort of thing is why I'm known as the master of curses, you know. What did you mean by future mage tutor? Or Requin of Festal?
Updated my journal.
It's a prestigious position to be an official tutor in one of the Festal's training chambers. It's my intention to one day take the position of mage's tutor, and the title is currently in the possession of the Lady Torncon. If only I could somehow prove that I'd be a superior tutor. Do you know of a cursed man called Requin?
Updated my journal.
Salabesh eyebrows suddenly dart up. Oh yes. Jumble murder sense cursed that man, if I recall correctly. Why, seeking to get his curse undone? Good luck. Only Jumble can do that, you know. Where can I find this Jumble murder sense? Within the Civic Fest Hall, I suppose. A short, portly fellow with a leering smile, never speaks, so it'll be hard-pressed to get anything out of him. Okay. This is the Fest Hall. Okay, well, we won't go there yet. This old woman examines you closely with her sharp grey eyes. First your face, then your arms and various tattoos. Greetings, Card 1. Come to speak with Elobrand? Have ye come to have your fortune told, mayhap? For a paltry 5 coins? Yes, tell me my fortune. Elobrand places your coins in her belt pouch and takes your hands. She quietly studies your palms, frowning deeply. At long last she speaks. Some rare folk are what's called fateless, you see. They wander through their lives, doing as they see fit, creating their own destinies. Ye have no fortune to tell, Scarred One. None at all. I have nothing to tell ye. And so here is your coin. What? Hold you one moment, Scarred One. Edelbrand reaches out, touching your arm. My mother gave me something once, long ago. A scroll sealed with wax. A hooded man has entrusted it to her, and said that a man such as you would one day unwittingly come to claim it. Here, I would have you take it now. What is it? Edelbrand shakes her head, frowning. I do not know. She was sworn never to read the thing, and I obeyed her request to leave the seal unbroken myself. The man had paid her handsomely to take the scroll, but warned her of the direst consequences should she open it. Suspiciously sealed scroll. Let's do a hard save here before touching that. You've got a bad feeling about the thing, as if opening and reading the scroll could be somehow dangerous. Use it. Break the seal.
Updated my journal.
The scroll contains a few lines of shaky calligraphy and a strange rune. The calligraphy reads, "This may not kill you, but it will slow you down, I'm sure. Stop chasing me, you thieving bastards. It's my body. Mine, mine, mine. Now, die." What the? The rune suddenly throbs, and the entire scroll begins to dissolve into a stinking black mess. The fluid seeps directly into the flesh of your hands. In seconds, the magical hemotoxin begins to render your blood into a black bile. For a moment, you clutch at yourself, howling in agony, and then the pain subsides. You have survived whatever horrible magic was placed upon the scroll. I read that scroll. It was trapped. I don't know what to say, Scarred One. You could say by saying how exactly you came by the thing. As I told you, Scarred One, it was given to me by my mother. A hooded man had given it to her some 50 years past, paying her well by bidding her to never read it, whatever the circumstances. Edelbrand sighs, looking away for a moment. A user of magic she was, powerful in the art, but frightened of this man just the same. She had said his eyes all she could see of him, really, into that madness, and that the flesh around them was puckered and grey like yours. I know nothing more of him. That'll have to do. What was that? Should I reload? Let's reload and not do that.
Done.
Endo, your path is mine.
All right. All right. Done.
Right. We need to set up camp now.
This tall, slender woman occasionally looks up from her cup of wine to scan the surrounding patrons and passers-by. Her facial features are elegantly exotic and her eyes, a brilliant golden color, catch the light sparkling as she looks about. She regards you carefully for a moment before replying. She speaks slowly and carefully, avoiding direct eye contact with you. Hi, Elwyn? Return your greetings. Are you looking for someone? She nods, staring wistfully into a cup of wine. Nemel is her name, a friend of mine. Elwyn's. I, Elwyn, worry for her in this place and wonder why she hasn't come to meet me, Elwyn, yet. I could help you find your friend.
Updated my journal.
You would do this. She looks up from her cup, smiling, and you're suddenly overcome with a sense of hope and joyous gratitude. Seeing you tense up, she covers her mouth and averts her eyes once more. The feelings fade to nothing. What was that? Was what, kind stranger? She appears as a raven air and eyes of bright violet. That was not a journal thing. Fetch a vial of skin and blood for the final stage of the dream builder. Oh, this guy asked for a costume. I don't even remember that. Hopefully she's somewhere else in the clerk's world. What do you think? Cafe patron. Greetings. What a cute little mimir. Isn't he? He likes to have the top of his skull scratched. Let's say that! Surely you jest, sir. This is only a mimir. What do you mean? Don't they all enjoy that? No, none that I've seen. They're really objects, aren't they? Mort interrupts her. Well, you see, Chief, it's all about differences in the quality of your mimir. Some, like me, are more enchanted than others, that's all. More self-aware is the term. What is this place? Clerk's wards. Tell me about the ward. Record halls, administrative buildings. Your duties? My duties to my employers are work in one of the many administration buildings. What do you do there? Not bring that subject. So what makes this section different from the rest of the ward? The Civic Fest Hall, of course. The Art and Curio Galleria as well. Other places of interest might be the Advocate's Home, the Apothecary, the Battle of Slating Intellectual Lusts, the Catacombs beneath the ward, and the Tailor, and that old little curiosity shop too. Where can I find work? You seek only temporary work, correct? You don't seem the sort to be settling here, no? She pauses for a second, looking you over. So I would seek work at the Advocate's Home, the Apothecary, or the Civic Fest Hall. There are doubtless some odd tasks that need handling there. Specific place. The Advocate's Home. Advocates argue cases, draft legal documents, and act as legal representative for their clients. More hisses into your ear, lawyers. The one close by, Yanis, is well respected and quite dependable. He has resided and worked within the ward for a long, long while. How do I reach Janus Ohm? South to the gate to the lower ward where you first entered this place. Okay, south. I went north and... what can you tell me about the advocate? Advocates help argue case... okay. Avoco, yeah. Advocates, avoco, yeah. Apothecary. The apothecary sells various salves, potions, herbs, and the like. She frowns momentarily. The place's proprietors are a bit balmy, constantly sampling the store's stock. How do I reach it? Follow the road that leads east from the gate to the lower ward, where you first entered this place, most likely. When the road forks northeast and southeast, go southward. The art store. Ivana's Art and Curio Galleria is a most intriguing place. She has a collection of artwork, antiques, and artifacts from all across the plains. How do I reach the art store? Follow the road that leads east from the gate to the lower ward, where you first entered. The road northeast goes southwards. The brothel. A sensate establishment that exists to pleasure a man's mind and senses. It is run by a succubus, appropriately enough, called Fall from Grace. Sensate. Yes, their proper name is the Society of Sensation. They believe that the true nature of the multiverse can only be discovered through direct experience. I see. They dedicate their lives to experiencing as much of the multiverse as they can. They travel extensively, both across the planes and into the depths of their own minds and emotions. But they take it a step further, you know. How so? They actually have found a means of sharing their experiences with others. With the sensoriums. The sensates have created a means by which they may take their experiences, capture them in stones, and allow others to experience them. The sensates roam the plains and search their inner selves for experiences to share with the others. Virtually everything they have felt or sensed lies in their sensoriums. Where are these sensoriums located? Within the Civic Fest Hall, there are sensoriums that are open to the public, and those open only to the sensates. There's a slight fee for using them, but it is a modest price to pay for the experience. Are they like memories? In a way, yes, but very intense, and not memories that you have had, but another has had, captured within the stone. Captured. Does one lose their memory or experience when put into the stone? No. At least I think not. I believe the stone copies the sensory experience. I might ask a sensei about it to make sure. It's when we talked about the brothel, they talked about the sensate, though. Under sigil, the realm below. A look of concern crosses the woman's brow. I find it so strange that any entrances to that place here haven't been closed off. As I understand it, the realm below is full of nothing but trouble, dangerous to all those who find their way there. How would I find my way there? I do not know. I would be more careful where I find it. That nothing comes up from the realm below. The Civic Fest Hall. Where we know where it is. Curiosity Shop. I won't profess to have been there myself, but I understand it's run by an importer of sort. An half-fiend, in fact, whose goods come from the lower planes. A half-fiend? Not a tiefling, mind you, but a proper half-fiend. Daughter of an incubus and a mortal woman, I am told. I care not for gossip, however, so let's speak of her no more. You said the goods were from the lower planes. You know, sir, Bator, the Abyss, and the like, terrible places. Where can I find this curiosity shop? Southeast section of this area. A tailor. Gun Gals is an excellent tailor, but he's short of temper and easily offended. I must warn you, sir, he will likely judge you by your appearance, and thus you might have a difficult time making a friend of him. Where's Gonkal's shop? Find the tailor shop just to the north and east of the gate of the lower ward. I just need directions. Wow. That's just a patron from the cafe patron. What do you know of Revel? The villain in the novel? No. Did we enter the tailor? Yeah, we did. So I entered the tailor, but I forgot to ask the guy about the Dustman costume. The smiling man nods cheerfully at you as you approach. I might go into the fest hall sooner because Fall from Grace is a recruitable character. The man gives you a helpless sort of look. Humblest apologies, sir, but I make it a policy to serve drinks and nothing more. You shall have to look elsewhere for conversation, I'm afraid. Are you certain you wouldn't like a drink? Some bread and cheese, perhaps?
All right.
What's up? Sure, why not?
You can do it.
Done.
And,
I'm gone.
And there's nothing.
Done.
You see a wall-eyed fellow whose skin seems to writhe and ripple across his entire body. He is smacking his chapped lips with a blotched tongue as you watch his right eye moves independently to the left, focusing on you. A second later, the left one flicks to look your way, then reverts to its original position. The right eye blinks. A strange gurgling comes from his throat. Greetings. The man gives a lopsided grin and points at himself with his right thumb. Pestle, I'm called, the Gilg alchemist. He points at himself again, this time with his left index finger. The name's Kiln. Ilk. Needed something. Are you alright? I am. Ilk. His throat convulses for a moment, then relaxes. A large green glowing pustule suddenly bursts from the side of his neck. Something you need then, Sir Gok. His throat clenches again. A wave of quivering flesh swallows the blistering green pustule back beneath the skin of his throat. He coughs violently for a moment and seems to relax. Phew. May I ask what happened to you? Too much to drink. Too much of what? Potions I drank. Too many potions. His mouth slides down beneath his chin. His left nostril forms another one. The most I ever drank, that's for certain, of polymorphin. There would brood and can limbo. Anything I can do to help? The man's eyes turn inward to look at each other, then back to you. Don't know. He shudders. The mouth below his chin moves up to envelop the one his nostril formed. This sort of thing happens quite often. We can't seem to help but sample the stock. We find a way to help. The two of us would Gurkak be grateful. The two of us. Are they two people like merged into one? Half of his mouth curls downward into a frown. He shakes his head. Work in the stock room all day I do. Yak. He shudders violently. Suddenly a third eye pops open over the bridge of his nose. The left one shifts sideways as a new eye takes his place. I speak only of the Fnac store, sir. That said, the skin of his face seems to eat the new eye, and the left one returns to its old position. Old location. The old engineer in the foundry tells me I need to get a sample of my blood and skin for his machine to work. I need you to do that for me. A scraping, very schnick. Well, his right hand takes up a razor blade, his left a wide-mouthed bottle. He removes a small section of skin from your forearm, placing it into a bottle, along with a small quantity of your blood. He then places some gauze over your wound and hands you the bottle. You need anything? Gugak! Can I sell stuff to you? That'd be neat. No. Eh.
Done.
Let's follow the
We
bottom.
need to say upkeep now.
Performance artists. This man's face has been painted white. A pair of arch eyebrows have been penciled into his brow, and red powder has been used to make small circles on his cheeks and accentuate his lips. He says something, but you can't hear him. His hands are pressed up against what looks to be an invisible wall. What? I can't hear you. See if you can touch him. You reach out to touch a man, but your hand is stayed by some unseen force. The performance artist appears to be trapped in some sort of invisible box. What? I can't hear you. He hangs his head, sighs soundlessly, and shrugs. He then steps back a bit, waves farewell to you, begins to pantomime various actions, pulling on a rope, walking downstairs, and so on. And you can't touch him. So he's in some kind of box, maybe so that people don't bother him doing his shtick. Talk boss, what the fuck is that? This young but well-muscled thug, while certainly well-armed and large enough to be dangerous, seems awfully clean for a typical street tough. He's carrying a massive axe in one hand and a steel box in the other. As you near him, he puffs up and scowls at you. What are you looking at, sod? Back up before I scrag you. Scrag? What in the 9 planes of Bator are you talking about, you idiot? Scrag, snag, nipped, yanked by the Ardads, you clueless, addle-cubbed Burk. He glares daggers at Anna but says nothing. You do seem a little well-groomed for a thug. Stop shaking your bone box, Leatherhead. This is my territory, and you'll be leaving it quickly if you don't want my bloods to tear you apart. Anna snickers, shaking her head. Rattle, you sod. Rattle, you sod. Rattling your bone box, it is. I'd so like to see how long you'd last drop smack in the middle of the hive. Acting as you are, Anna turns to you. Come on, let's be off. No use wasting our time with this wee steamed basher would-be. His face flushed angrily as he gnashes his teeth. That's it. You fucking asked for it. Get him, bloods. Fight. Yeah, let's just throw a match. Oh, he's dead.
Damn it!
What the fuck is all this?
Yeah?
Aye?
A steel box. All our inventory is full, almost. I really need to go sell some stuff. So what's this box? Should I have killed these guys? Were they part of a... There are a number of very narrow slits along one side, though you can't see a sickly sweet rotting smell wafts out from the slits. No, I'm not sure. Maybe they're part of a quest. Let's not kill these fuckers.
Gold Ward, also known
I'm
as
gone.
Wanker City.
But let's make a note of it though.
Right, we need to set up Kip now.
Dog boss with box. Standish. This downtrodden little man scurries about the curiosity shop, dusting, cataloging, and moving things about for the place's proprietress. You notice he smells faintly of onions. He glances up at you nervously as you approach him. Please, sir, I cannot speak with you. I have work to do. My mistress simply won't allow it. I'm sorry, but I can't. Your mistress? Yes, Mistress Vrishika. I am Standish, her servant, her slave. I committed a crime and was sentenced to slavery, then purchased in the lower ward, like many of her slaves, most of whom she keeps at her manor. Now please, I beg of you, leave me be.
I'm gone.
The sharp-featured woman's appearance is attractive, though somewhat disturbing, with her blue-black skin and bright yellow eyes. As she examines you, a small pair of bat-like wings unfolds from her back, then seem to settle back into her skin. Well, well, a floating, disembodied, prevaricating skull. She narrows her eyes. You're the scarred man who's been going around asking all the questions. She looks you up and down. You sure look lost. Did you want to come in? Really? Or are you just casing the place because you have nothing better to do? Because Vrishika, she indicates herself, can help you. How can you help me? I travel and trade extensively. I hear a great deal. I purchase a great deal. And I own a great deal. Perhaps I can make you a great deal. Is there anything that you desire? Perhaps, what are you selling? Would you care to examine the weapons and charms? Or some of my more exotic acquisitions? Weapons. Hammer of comminution. Only usable by fighters. Magnifying lens, that's not for me. +2 lower.
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Carbonized, thank you for the follow. Only by thieves. I mean, that could be good for her. But it's kind of expensive. Not usable by mage. Usable only by evil and neutral character. Summon the Somien. Oh, we can sell a shit ton of stuff to you. I have it already, so might as well sell this. Did we not identify this? +1 lock temporary. Okay, I'm gonna read it. This copper piece has been clipped. Most of the copper has been shaved off. No doubt to still keep the appearance it is a coin. And allowing the clipper to use the shaved copper to make another coin. Well, yeah, but with one, even if you shave, you're never gonna make another. You'll have to take like 1,000 coins to make one. I don't. Although many Eye Dweller practice this method of making money, when the fated faction practices it, they do so with a frightened sense of purpose, creating charms that reflect their own miserly nature. In order to create these charms, the fated faction seek out failed business owners and other individuals who once possessed great wealth, then had a reversal of fortune, and were left destitute. These individuals are then given enchanted carving blades and asked to clip a copper for the fated in a tedious day-long ritual, which infuses the copper coin with the last traces of their former luck. The ritual and the nature of the individual clipping the copper allows a minor enchantment to seep into the coin and affect the fortune of whoever uses it. When the clipped copper charm is flipped into the air, it will split into a rain of copper pieces, bestow some luck upon the user. Ah, that's all it is. Done with you guys. No, I didn't. I talked to her just about. I didn't even sell merchandise about exotic items. Oh. Fiendstong, Gargan Sol, Metallic Cube figurine. Oh, this. Oh, wow, we did. Wow. So this is actually like an entire dungeon. How much is it? Examine a small metal replica of a cube-like creature with huge eyes on one of its faces. The toy has 2 legs, 2 arms, 2 folding wings, and at least 18 points of articulation. Michika smiles as you pick it up. Collector's item. Perhaps, or a piece of artwork, who knows, but I like it. If you do buy it, ask around, someone might know more about it. 1,500 copper coins. I definitely want to buy that. There's a bunch of stuff I want to buy. Probably. Give the ability of speech, even if there was none before. 66 coppers. It's pretty cheap. We probably need this, right? Fuck it, take it. We probably need it. It's so cheap. Gargan Solve. Smear them to the surface of any being turned to stone and will revert them back to flesh. 100 copper. I should also just buy this. I should buy this. Monster jug. You examine a plain-looking jug. Despite its common appearance, you feel reluctant to touch the thing, as if it might bite you. Rishika watches you, chuckling, then shrugs. It's a jug. It's got some sort of monster trapped in it. That's why your hair is prickling up like that. If you'd like it, it's only 123 coppers. Front of the store. There's way more stuff. Baby oil. Oh, this is just... okay. Ah, it says thousands of mortal babies. You can't buy any of these. Twisted little imp-like creature sculpted out of pure milk chocolate. It looks delicious, does it not? Imported from the lower plains. These are rare, you know. Quite prized for lovers of chocolate and confections. It's a real quasit, the fiendish familiar. Polymorphed into a chocolate by powerful sorcery. It's only 199 coppers. What? Codex of the Inconceivable. I can buy this. 1000 cop. Devasteers. I think that sounds important. I feel I had this in my inventory or something. $100 copper. Maybe it's just a tier that I have. Elixir of Horrific Separation. Whoa. Oh. Horrific Separation. Maybe it'll help that guy that... Maybe two guys? And then there's the we were at the middle of the store. Now there's the back of the store. Stained lens. Examine a stained ground glass lens the white of your end. Held in brushed steel ring. Small geared protrusion coming off the... I have no idea what this really is, but it radiates fairly powerful magic. An old soldier named Gissis brought it up to me from a lower plane battlefield. He had murdered his own men in order to escape his tour of duty there. 149 copper. Yvra's ring. Almost invisibility. Almost invisible. 49 copper. 349. Rune covered Elstein. Icy cold, whatever the surrounding temperature. 299 copper commons. I feel that some of these were not in the original and are part of the unfinished business. The years have not been kind to this tiny ragdoll. It is coming apart at the seams, and it looks like its threads are unraveling. It is obviously intended to be a replica of the Lady of Pain, but the button eyes and its blush softness don't strike much fear into your heart. Vrishika holds it up to you. This was found in a well-trapped strong box sunk deep beneath the surface of Sigil, as part of a small hoard of treasure and forbidden magical texts, though I don't know what it's for. 99. So I bought the thing here. What did I buy here? Fiend's Tongue. We don't even know if this is gonna be useful. I'm still gonna buy it and keep it and save this. But between the streams, I'm probably gonna look up what are the good items that I can buy and what are the not so good items. I'd like to buy them in advance and not have to come back here to buy them.
I'm gone.
The short, scholarly man, a tight, nervous frown on his face, looks you up and down. Greetings, I'm Finam. I must beg your pardon, sir, but I care little for guests, invited or otherwise, so unless your business with me. Questions? Have you known? I'm a scholar and linguist. Ah, shut up. And probably he'll attack me if I do this.
Why not? Got it.
I'm gone.
No, he didn't give a shit. Like, how much money do we have? 4,200. But some of the things were more than 1,000.
Right. We need to set up Kip now.
Yeah, I know. You keep saying that. You keep saying that. What is this? The art store.
I'm gone.
Several shards of black crystal or ice swirl within the freezing wind that this ornate pedestal gives forth. Each shard looks razor sharp. Touching or grabbing one could be perilous. A placard on the pedestal reads, "Dark Birds of Acanthus." Leave them be. I'm very low in dexterity, so let's try it anyway. Touch one. As you reach out to touch one of the whirling shards, your finger enters the icy wind that rises from the pedestal. Instantly, a coat of mumbling frost forms around your finger, causing you to momentarily draw back. Back in and touch one. You thrust your finger into the frigid, numbing wind. Unbeknownst to you, your forefinger freezes solid. As one of the black shards spins into it, your fingertip breaks off with a sharp crack and goes skittering across the Galeria floor. The icy dark birds remain in the whirling orbit. Leave. Oh, no one saw any of that. Grab one. As you reach out to grab one of the... yeah, okay. Place your hand back in and grab one. Pick your hand up and take it back, quick. Pick up your frost-covered fist and thrust it into your bleeding stump, noticing that the dark bird you grabbed, a razor-sharp shard of black ice, has already melted away to nothing. Looks like you'll have to catch it in something that will keep it cold. Eventually warmth and feeling returns to your hand as your tissue thaw and generates. Oh, that is important information though. Dream vial. Oh wow, we can interact with every one of these. Sniff the paint. A set of 4 paintings which portray an empty beach in the dead of night. The air around the painting smells faintly of brine, and the painted sea seems to ebb and flow across the darkened shore. A placard reads, Karasutran Shoreline. Sniff the painting. Strongly of sea air. Touch the painting. You place your hand on the painting, not knowing quite what to expect, but it's merely the texture of painted canvas. A set of 4 paintings which portray an empty beach in the dead of night. This painting depicts a shore scene with a wide reddish-orange sun setting behind a peninsula or large jetty. The scene, though unoriginal, is breathtaking. The play of the fading daylight across the water is captured perfectly, but staring at the painted sun for any length of time makes your eyes ache. A placard reads Surface of Thalasia. Touch the painting. Oddly enough, there's nothing unusual. This painting shows an enormous granite keep, a hideous thing long and low, covered in leering gargoyles, suspended in what looks to be the night sky. A cloud of crimson and violet vapor whirls in the background along the right side of the painting. A placard reads simply, The Library. The hundreds of chips of translucent green glass, it's the matrix, which makes up the stained glass window, don't appear to be held together by anything, but rather remain free-floating and mysteriously suspended within the iron frame's boundaries. The shards ripple and move in slow waves, causing bizarre pattern to fluctuate across the window's surface, as various portions of it refract the Galeria's light in different directions. A small placard beside the window reads, Arcadian stained glass window. Touch the glass. You reach out, your hand just stops short of the surface. Punch the glass. I don't think so. Let's save before doing that. You succeed only in bruising your knuckles. The glass may as well be sheet iron. This painting is a dark cityscape, a faraway view of some giant center of civilization being burned to the ground. The streets of the place are empty, however, absent of soldiers, refugees, and even corpses. A placard reads, The Folly of Udo. This looks to be a subterranean landscape, massive cavern, interior filled with colorful, faintly luminescent gigantic fungi. A placard reads, Veil beneath Clangadin. This is a portrait of a grotesque, hook-nosed old crone. The hag's flesh is a sickly blue-gray color. Her eyes glow red like the embers of a dying fire. Her chin long and sharp, just forward in an extreme underbite. Two yellowed canines protrude upwards from her lower jaw like small tusks. The smile upon her withered, purplish lips speaks of a horrible secret. Grey Hag of Oinos. As you begin to turn away from the painting, something it draws your attention. A strange tingling sensation arises in the back of your mind. A memory begins to surface. Try and recall the memory. You recall standing confused in the maze of briars. The hideous crone from the painting is before you, crackling widely. You grit your teeth in frustration, wondering why she's laughing at you. My poor dear lovely man-thing, she croons. Why, that was your first wish. She points a single bony clawed finger at your forehead. Your temples begin to throb painfully, and you can remember nothing more. That was my first wish. The wish to be immortal. The statue looks like it is about to make some angry proclamation. The sculptor has captured the essence of fury magnificently. The chiseled tension lines around the neck and forehead alone must have taken many long months to get correct. Fine cracks run over the entire statue, and there is a plaque attached to its base. Examine the cracks. You carefully examine the cracks that run like network of fine black veins along the statue's surface. At one point, I keep thinking this is Icewind Dale. No. Much, much better than Icewind Dale. At one point, near its inner arm is a section where an entire splinter of stone looks ready to come off. Break the piece off. I'm gonna save before doing that. You never know. It's probably a good thing. You reach for the section of the forearm where the cracks have formed. Grip it firmly and strike it with your forge hammer. There is the barest sound of metal striking on stone, and the splinter the size of a dagger snaps off the statue. Got it. 4000 XP. As it comes free, you feel water begin to trickle on the back of your hand. You watch a tear well up in the eyes of the statue. As a splinter of the arm comes off in your hands, you quickly and quietly tuck away the splinter and turn away from the crying statue. Read the plaque. The plaque reads, "The statue is believed to be the final fate of the Ederserian sorcerer Gengrorgadon, attacked by a conclave of rival sorcerers at the height of his dream madness. He was imprisoned with a spell that turned his flesh into stone." What about that item? Gengrorgadon is said to have been frozen with a final awful curse still upon his lips, a curse so terrible that was never meant to be spoken by the lips of a living man. The sculpture has captured the essence of fury magnificently. That's because this is not a statue. Stone splinter. This is a dagger-shaped fragment of stone. It's a poison target. It's very, very meh. It's a very meh weapon. That name is insane, right? Gengrorgadon. Some of the names in this game, you're like, what? I'm gonna reload before doing that.
Right.
All right.
We need to set up Kip now.
And just before ending the stream, because we're gonna end this here, I just want to see if I can buy that thing. Gengrorgadon. We're gonna remember that name. Probably not. We're gonna remember that name for more than 30 seconds. To buy something, yes, exotic items. The Gorgon Salve. I'll take it. Only 100 copper.
Done.
I just wonder if you remove his finger or whatever it is. He comes back and he's missing a finger.
Done.
Since everything takes place in text form in this game, it's almost a text adventure game. That anything's possible, and they can make all these permutation, and that's what's so interesting about this and other games, but not that many that actually can do that and do that. Because nowadays games can't do that because they don't want to have like big text things. Everything needs to be said, everything needs to be shown. So there you would need to animate the whole thing with the thing, crack it up, and like they would just do, fuck it, we're not gonna do it. Oh, so I have the item. And this guy is clearly dead, the guy. And I can't do anything except break off this thing. And that gives me 4000 XP. So I'm probably gonna do that now. Unless it's a problem.
I'm gone.
Right. We need to set up Kip now.
But we're gonna do this next time. Break off piece. break off and buy stuff or not. I hope this will remind me of the things I'll have to do. So we'll play more of this on Monday. So tomorrow no stream, but we're watching a movie on Discord, watching Appleseed. On Discord, here's the Discord. Sundays, the next like retro stream, we're gonna continue Alien versus Predator. We started that yesterday. So Alien versus Predator on Sunday, and Monday we're gonna continue this. Thanks for the reading. Yeah, lots of reading. I read it so you don't have to. Next week started on Wednesday. I'm gonna be streaming a lot, like Wednesday, Thursday, lots of streaming. Let's call it the summer of Cam or whatever. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. It's like for my birthday or whatever. It's also because I can. So yeah, it's gonna be like an event. Yay! Woo! Let's raid somebody. Seventeen 72-hour marathon. Yeah. Something like that. Like it so happened that it's my birthday, and it's also the my not stream anniversary, but affiliate anniversary. And it just coincide, boom. So that'll be like from the 26th of June to the 30th. So that's way more than 72 hours. That's 120 hours. 120 hours stream. Let's go! And we're gonna I'm gonna start playing Alpha Centauri. I think I'm gonna like the game. I'm gonna probably play more of that. Maybe some X-Wing, maybe Blade Runner, maybe some other game. I'll do whatever I want. But we're also gonna play the normal streams at 8 p.m. Which will probably continuation of Alien versus Predator or some other alien game. Lots of alien games coming up. Ciao guys, we're raiding.
Thank you for your cooperation. Good night.
I'll buy that!